What's up, YouTube? This is William from W&J Wrestling, and I have a big announcement. As you can see on the screen, A Week in Wrestling, as for right now, I'm not going to say forever, is canceled. Just temporarily, maybe. I don't know. Reason being, there's several reasons to this. I fell so behind on doing it. With college and finals weeks caught up with me really bad, and all the work had to be turned in. I just didn't have time to do it. And, I didn't have a chance to, watch all the wrestling shows. I mean, I DVR it, and I go back and watch it later, but I maybe wouldn't get to watch it till the weekend. So, I wouldn't be able to, I wasn't able to, watch the episodes on time. And sometimes I just felt like it became a chore trying to, pay attention and write down everything that's happening instead of me just sitting there and being able to enjoy, what's going on. And so, it does take a while to make these slideshows, especially because Raw takes the longest, clearly, because it's 3 hours. I mean, on average, it takes me around an hour and a half to make one of these. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but I mean, it just feels like a chore sometimes. And I like to enjoy wrestling more than anything. So, I apologize, guys. As for right now, I'll see how it goes in the future. It may or may not come back. I'll let y'all know. But as of right now, Week in Wrestling it's on hiatus, maybe canceled, we'll see. But I am going to have predict a match for TLC up right after this video. I'm sorry I couldn't make one for Final Resolution, guys. I'm still not even caught up with watching TNA yet. I've still got 2 episodes before I'm back on track. I've been slowly trying to watch them and catch back up. I fell so behind on watching TNA. And so, yeah, hopefully by the end of this week or early next week, I'll have fully been caught up with TNA. And so there'll be the predict match for the next one. I didn't watch the pay-per-view or anything. I didn't even know what the matches were. I knew it was Jeff versus Bobby Roode. And that's about the only match I knew that was happening at that pay-per-view. So, yeah. But I am caught up with WWE. I will be watching TLC this weekend. There will be a predict match. There will be a pay-per-view review. And then, I think I said it earlier in the year, I planned on doing this. Since the end of the year is pretty much coming to an end, I'm going to be, I don't know the dates. Whenever the last date of this year is when I'll start doing a ranking of every current WWE superstar on the roster. This will exclude part-timers, Triple H, Undertaker, Jericho, Lesnar, it's only current active guys on the roster. If they've been out on injury for a while now, I'm probably not going to include them, but if they come back, I'll try and include them. Like Henry and Christian, unless they end up coming back anytime soon, they're probably excluded from the list just because they've been gone for so long. And I've also considered, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not yet, guys you just don't even see on TV much, like Hunico, Camacho, guys like that, Yoshitatsu, JTG, people who, are usually on Superstars, which before I could watch Superstars, and why did that sound so weird? Before I could watch Superstars and, see the crowd reaction they were getting, how they were performing in matches, what their, ratio was, of competing, but now I think, Superstars doesn't come on YouTube anymore, so I can't watch it. And so I can't judge, anybody on that anymore. So I may have to exclude guys like that. I'm going to try to include them, but if I'm just looking at them and be like, I don't know what their reaction is, how their performance is, I'm just going to exclude them from the list. But that will be up probably, I would say expect that in probably the first week or so of January. I'll have that up because I'm going to start... probably after TLC is probably when I'll start making the list. If any changes happen on the, post TLC before the new year, I'll make changes. If, I don't know, something random like Dolph Ziggler cashes in his Money in the Bank, after TLC or something, then, that's a point extra on his list. I want to explain how I'm going to do the list, too. Oh, I don't have the paperwork. with me. What I'm gonna be doing is they'll be graded on like a point scale, and it'll be weighted differently. Like one of the things they'll be weighted on is accomplishments, but I'm only gonna do accomplishments on like a 5-point scale because you can't control who wins the Royal Rumble, who wins Money in the Bank, who wins which championship. That's not a superstar's deciding factor. It's creatives. And I'm gonna be very impartial on this list. Just because I hate Cena, I can't take away that Cena's won like almost every title in the company like 12 times, or that he's he's an excellent mic worker. He's just a god awful wrestler. I mean, yeah. So things I'll be grading them on will be like championships and accomplishments, which would include Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, championship, which belts they've won, if I think of anything else. Then I'll be judging them on, it'll be like their charisma, and and when I say charisma, I say like how someone acts their character out. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Sorry. I can't particularly think of a good example right now. Just like if someone plays their part right, they show like they're enjoying what they're doing, that person will get high points on their charisma. Like they're playing their part very well. Like someone who's lacking charisma, Randy Orton. Just because he's meant to be like this calm, dull person, you can tell like he's just not into his character. So he would get low charisma points for that. We've seen Orton when he's a heel, like he's really into it. That would be really high charisma points. So yeah. Then there would be like how well they are in the ring, their wrestling. I'm gonna grade their finishers. Because some people have cool finishers, some people have really dull finishers, and I know not everyone can control what their finisher is, but I'm still gonna grade it. It'll probably be a lower grade point, like a 5-point, compared to where like the charisma, the wrestling ability, mic skills, those are gonna be like on a 10-point scale. So it's gonna be weighted very fairly for things people can't control, but it's gonna be also weighted to where the things they can control, how their performance is in the ring, how they talk on the mic, just the energy they bring when they come to the ring, different things like that. So this is going to be it's going to be very fair, very impartial. I'm not going to, just because I don't like somebody, I'm not going to take away from them. Just because I like someone, I'm not going to add more to them. I'm going to be very fair on this list, guys. And this list is only going to be my opinion. So whenever I make the video, if you guys want to comment, feel free. I want to hear everyone's opinion, how you feel about someone, So, like I said, expect that very early in January, probably within the first week or two. I should have it up. If it takes any longer than that, I will let y'all know, but I don't think it's going to take any longer than that. So yeah, other than that, I don't think there's too many big updates. I know I keep promising y'all I'm going to have the Should I Watch This up soon, and I will. I just keep forgetting to make it. I'm sorry, guys. But I'll start making those soon and have those up. Probably by the end of this month, I'll have at least a few of those up. Can't think of anything else. I'm also thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet. Like maybe like a once a week or every couple weeks or so, like a random like wrestling news segment. I know everybody can just go to a wrestling site and read it yourself, but I think it still might be fun to do. So. Because I won't be doing a Week in Wrestling anymore, so that's where I usually, like, if I've read something, I'll say it on a Week in Wrestling. But, it'd be easier for me to just do a video, talking about, like, something that happened versus making this entire slideshow going over what happened on, all the shows. Not that you guys, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing a Week in Wrestling. I really did. It just became really difficult to try and keep up with. And like I said, it's hard for me to enjoy watching, Raw, SmackDown, TNA, anything, when I got to sit there and keep taking notes on what's happening. So yeah, like I said, it may come back. We'll see. If I do, I might do it in like maybe a shortened version that maybe is not as long. I'll just see how it goes. But guys, this has been a Week in Wrestling. This hasn't been a Week in Wrestling. I'm sorry. This has just been an update. I was reading this and I was off elsewhere. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have Predict the Match for TLC up soon.